It is the middle of the 1990s. Many children in Europe are very excited. There is a new Disneyland park in Paris, France. Two children, a boy and a girl, are visiting this park. They traveled all the way from Switzerland to be there. For a long time, they asked their family to take them. Now their wish has come true. The park is even better than they dreamed. They laugh and point at everything. It feels like the happiest place in the world for them. The park is full of happy sounds and many people. Big, colorful characters from famous stories walk around. Mickey Mouse might wave to them. A famous parade with loud music and happy dancers moves slowly down the main street. The children watch with big, happy eyes, eating sweet snacks. It is like they are inside a wonderful movie. Behind all the fun, a beautiful, tall castle stands. It is Sleeping Beauty's castle. Its pretty gold tops shine brightly in the French sun. At first, the boy and girl look like any other children. They are with adults who seem like their parents. Perhaps they are the children of a diplomat from a country in East Asia. They are enjoying a special day off in Europe. The brother and sister watch the parade, but their eyes often go back to the big castle. It is almost as if they are thinking about living inside such a place, like real princes and princesses. The truth is, they are like royalty. Their family is very powerful in their home country, far away. But their real life is not a simple fairy tale with a happy ending. It is much more serious. When the boy grows up, he will become the leader of his own country, a very powerful nation. And when the girl grows up, she will become known as one of the most dangerous women in the world. This young girl in the park is Kim Yo-jong. Years later, she becomes a very important and powerful person in North Korea. The idea of a dangerous woman means she has great influence. Her decisions and words can affect many people and many countries. Her story starts in a place of dreams like Disneyland, but it moves to a world of serious politics and international power. People around the world watch her. They want to know what she will do. Her future actions are a big question. She is very close to her brother, Kim Jong-un, who is the leader of North Korea. She works for him and supports him. Her journey from a young girl in a theme park to a woman with such power is very unique. Her future looks very important, and some say it could be worrying for other countries. 2. A new face. In October 2024, a drone crashed in Pyongyang. This city is the capital of North Korea. The drone was not a normal drone. It was dropping leaflets with messages against the North Korean government. Many people believed that South Korea sent this drone. This incident was another serious event in the long conflict between the two Koreas. These two countries were won many years ago. Soon after the drone crashed, the North Korean regime made a very strong official statement. They warned South Korea. They said that South Korea could expect the worst if they tried to make military problems worse. The worst clearly meant an attack with nuclear weapons. The border area between the two countries was put on full wartime alert. Soldiers were ready to start shooting at any moment. Making nuclear threats is not new for North Korea. The country's leader, Kim Jong-un, has often threatened to completely destroy his southern neighbor. He also regularly shows off his country's growing collection of nuclear weapons. But this time, the powerful threat was different. It was not Kim Jong-un who said it. The warning came from his younger sister, Kim Yo-jong. This was a new development that made the world pay attention. People remembered seeing Kim Yo-jong before, but her image was very different then. In February 2018, she visited South Korea. She was there for the Winter Olympic Games in a city called Pyeongchang. Her visit was very important. It was the first time in many, many decades that a direct member of the Kim family, the ruling family of North Korea, had set foot on South Korean land. For 3 days, Kim Yo-jong was everywhere in the news. The media watched her every move. She went to meetings with important people. She even had lunch with the president of South Korea, Moon Jae-in. They shook hands. She was very different from her brother. She did not look intimidating. She did not shout angry threats. Instead, she was charming and spoke in a soft, polite voice. She behaved like a good diplomat. For a short time, it looked like North Korea might be changing. Some people hoped this was the beginning of a new period, a path to peace between the two Koreas. But the friendly Kim Yo-jong that people saw in South Korea was only one side of her personality. Soon, the world would see her other, much harder side. North Korea is a country built on control. The government manages every piece of information very carefully. What the outside world sees of North Korea and of important people like Kim Yo-jong is always controlled. There are two very different sides to Kim Yo-jong, and North Korea decides which side the world sees. 3. Secret childhood. No one knows exactly when Kim Yo-jong was born. Some people say her birthday was in 1987. Others think it was in 1989. It is hard to know the true date because her early life was a very big secret. For many years, most people in North Korea did not know about her. There were no official photos of her in newspapers or on TV. The government did not talk about her. Her existence was hidden. In North Korea, the Kim family is very important. The family believes they are special and chosen to lead the country. They think their power is divine, like a special gift from a god. This belief is important to their rule. Everything the government does is to make sure the Kim family stays in power. When Kim Yo-jong was a young girl, she lived in Switzerland with her older brother, Kim Jong-un. This was in the 1990s. They went to a private school in Bern, a city in Switzerland. At school, they used false names like Pak Mi-hyung for Yo-jong. Their passports said they were children of diplomats. Diplomats are people who work for their country's government in another country. So nobody at the school knew they were from North Korea's most powerful family. To their classmates, Yo-jong and Jong-un seemed like normal children. They played games like football. They invited friends to their simple apartment. It was not very big or fancy. They went on ski trips in the mountains. They also traveled in Europe and visited Disneyland in Paris. They tried to live like a regular family, but their life was not truly regular. The woman who looked after them in Switzerland was not their real mother. Her name was Ko Young-suk, and she was their aunt. Their parents sent her from North Korea to take care of the children while they studied far from home. Then, one day, Kim Yo-jong and her brother suddenly left Switzerland. They just disappeared from their school. They did not say goodbye to their friends or teachers. There was no warning for anyone. They were quickly and quietly taken back to North Korea. For a long time after returning to North Korea, Kim Yo-jong stayed hidden from the public. Even inside the country, most ordinary people did not know she existed. State media, which is the official news, never mentioned her name or showed her picture. This all changed in December 2011. Her father, Kim Jong-il, died unexpectedly. At his very large and important funeral, a young woman stood behind Kim Jong-un. She was dressed in black and looked very sad. Many people cried, but people watching the funeral on TV did not know who she was. It was Kim Yo-jong. Her secret life was starting to end, and she was seen by many people for the first time, for helping her brother. After Yo-jong returned to North Korea from her time in Switzerland, she continued her education. She went to a famous university in Pyongyang, the capital city of North Korea. This university was named Kim Il-sung University. There she studied computer science. This subject taught her about computers, programming, and technology. This knowledge was modern and could be very useful. She worked hard and completed her studies. Her education in computer science prepared her for future tasks in a country trying to develop its technology. When her brother, Kim Jong-un, became the new leader of North Korea, Yo-jong started to help him. In the beginning, her role was very quiet and not well known. She worked behind the scenes, supporting her brother. She did not make big speeches or appear on television much. She was like any other assistant, doing jobs that needed to be done. She might carry his papers or make sure he had what he needed, like an ashtray, because he smoked a lot. To most people, she was just a young woman helping out. She was always dutiful and careful in her work. Yo-jong was a constant presence next to Kim Jong-un. Wherever he went, she was usually there too. If he attended an important meeting, she would be nearby. If he visited a factory or a farm for his field guidance trips, she would accompany him. She helped manage his schedule and made sure all his arrangements were correct. She worked hard to ensure everything ran smoothly for him and that his plans were successful. She was like a personal assistant and an organizer, always in the background but very important for his daily work. After some time, people outside North Korea began to pay more attention to Yo-jong. These people were experts, like analysts who studied North Korean politics and journalists who reported on the country. They saw this young woman appearing again and again with Kim Jong-un. She was present at many important state events and official meetings. Her consistent presence made them curious. They started to ask questions. Who is she exactly? What is her real role in the government? She was no longer an unknown face. Kim Jong-un had a lot of trust in his sister, Yo-jong. This trust was very deep. She was a member of his family, and family ties are very strong in North Korea. Many believe that their shared childhood experiences in Switzerland helped build this strong bond. They had lived there together, away from home, and relied on each other. Because of this shared past, Kim Jong-un felt he could completely depend on her loyalty. She was not just a worker. She was a close confidant, someone he could share his thoughts with. This strong trust from her brother was very important. It allowed Yo-jong to take on bigger and more significant responsibilities as time went on. He knew she would always support him and the Kim family's power. 5. Making a new image. In 2014, something important happened. Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, was sick. He needed medical treatment. While he was not working, Kim Yo-jong took on some of his state duties. She helped run the country. This showed people that she could handle important tasks. After Kim Jong-un got better, he gave his sister a very big job. By the end of 2014, she was made the first deputy director of the Propaganda and Agitation Department. This department is very powerful in North Korea. It controls all information. It decides what news people hear, what stories they read in newspapers, and what pictures they see on television. This department creates the image of the leaders and the country. Kim Yo-jong was now in a key position to shape what people thought. Her power grew more in October 2017. Kim Yo-jong became an alternate member of the Politburo. The Politburo is the group of top leaders who make the most important decisions in North Korea. Being in this group meant she was one of the most powerful people in the country. It showed how much her brother trusted her. She was only the second woman ever to reach this high level. A big part of her work was managing her brother's public image. She wanted him to look like a strong leader to people in North Korea. She also wanted to change how other countries saw North Korea. She tried to make the country look less frightening and more open to talking. The year 2018 was a very important year for these efforts. Kim Yo-jong played a central role in trying to create a new image for North Korea on the world stage. She traveled to South Korea for the Winter Olympics. This was a big moment because a member of the Kim family had not visited South Korea for many years. She met with South Korea's President Moon Jae-in. She gave him a letter from her brother. Later that year, she was with Kim Jong-un during his important meetings. He met President Moon Jae-in at the border. They shook hands and smiled. She was also there when Kim Jong-un met Donald Trump, who was the U.S. president. These meetings were big news around the world. Kim Yo-jong was always nearby, making sure everything went smoothly. In all these events, Kim Yo-jong was very careful about how she acted. Her movements and her expressions seemed planned very carefully. She was not just an assistant, she was managing the show. Her actions were planned very carefully to present a specific image of North Korea, a country that was perhaps changing. 6. Strong words. Kim Yo-jong's public image started to change after 2018. She was not always the polite diplomat people remembered. She began to speak in a very different way. Her words became much stronger and often sounded angry. The friendly smile she showed before was not seen as often. She started to sound like a tough critic of North Korea's enemies. This was a big change and showed a new side of her. In June 2020, an event showed this change clearly. There was a special office building near the border between North and South Korea. It was called the Inter-Korean Liaison Office. This building was important for officials from the two countries to meet. It was a symbol of hope for better relations. But Kim Yo-jong reportedly ordered its destruction. The office was blown up. This action sent a strong message that North Korea's approach was becoming harder. After the liaison office was destroyed, Kim Yo-jong used even stronger words in her official statements. She was no longer a soft-spoken diplomat. Her language became direct, forceful, and often insulting. For example, she called other countries and leaders harsh names in public messages. She once called South Korea and Ukraine vicious dogs. These strong words showed her new, harder style. Her statements clearly showed North Korea's anger. In August 2022, Kim Yo-jong gave her first public speech broadcast to North Koreans. It was the first time many North Koreans heard her voice on state media. In this speech, she talked about her brother, Kim Jong-un. She said he was very sick but still worked for his people. She also blamed South Korea for the COVID-19 outbreak in North Korea. Her speech praised her brother and used strong words against South Korea, showing her loyalty and tough stance. Her strong actions continued. In 2024, activists in South Korea sent balloons with leaflets over the border. Kim Yo-jong reportedly ordered a response. North Korea then sent its own balloons to South Korea. These balloons carried something unpleasant, bags of trash and animal waste. This event showed again that Kim Yo-jong was ready to take unusual and strong actions. Kim Yo-jong also made it clear that North Korea would not change its policies. She said that pressure from other countries would not work. She claimed these things only made North Korea stronger. She warned other countries not to expect North Korea to change. Her message was firm: North Korea will continue on its own path. These strong words showed her important role in the country's leadership and her firm beliefs. 7. World problems. North Korea continues to build its nuclear weapons. This is a big problem for the world. Many countries ask North Korea to stop. They try to pressure the country, but North Korea does not listen. It did not follow an old agreement to stop its nuclear program. Instead, it builds more weapons. The country often tests new missiles. These tests show everyone that North Korea is serious about its weapons. It is thought North Korea has at least 50 nuclear bombs. These weapons are a big worry for global safety. The United States and South Korea are friends. They have started their army exercises together again. These exercises are large. They practice for war and show their strength. North Korea watches these exercises. It says these actions are a threat to its safety. The situation in the area is very dangerous. The United States has promised to give army support to South Korea if a nuclear war started with North Korea. These promises and army actions make the area very tense. North Korea is also making stronger friends with some countries. In June 2024, its leader, Kim Jong-un, met Russia's President, Vladimir Putin. They signed an important army paper. This paper said their countries would give army help to each other if one was attacked. Soon after, North Korea sent thousands of its soldiers to Russia. These soldiers helped Russian soldiers in the war against Ukraine. This shows North Korea is now part of a big war far from its own country. While North Korea has these serious world problems, its leaders show different public faces. Kim Jong-un often tries to look like a kind leader to his people. North Korea shows special videos. These videos have happy children, factory workers singing, and soldiers playing music. Everyone looks very loyal, but his sister, Kim Yo-jong, has a different job. She often makes strong and angry statements to other countries. One expert said Kim Jong-un is the bad cop, but Kim Yo-jong is the even worse cop. She gives the countries very strong messages. Life for ordinary people in North Korea is very hard. The government controls their lives very much. People can be punished badly for small things they do wrong. Many people are poor and do not have enough food. The country's leaders spend a lot of money on the army and weapons. This is more important to them than helping their people. They choose weapons over food. The government often makes nuclear threats. They do not try to find peaceful answers by talking to other nations. This focus on army power makes life hard for people in North Korea. 8. What next? Many people wonder about Kim Jong-un's health. He is quite young, in his early 40s. But there are many stories that he has serious health problems. These problems might be because he smokes many cigarettes and drinks too much alcohol. Some news also says he has heart issues. If something bad happened to him suddenly, North Korea would have a big problem. It is not clear who would become the next leader. The country does not have a clear plan for this, especially if a new leader is needed quickly. This makes other countries worried. In recent years, Kim Jong-un's young daughter, Kim Ju-ai, has appeared in public more. People have seen her with her father at important events like missile launches, watching quietly. For a child, she looks very serious. The official news in North Korea calls her the beloved daughter and the respected child. Because of this, some people think she is being prepared for a future role, maybe as the next leader. However, she is still very young, probably around 11 years old. If her father could not lead, she would likely be too young to rule. In North Korea, men usually have more power than women. The society is very patriarchal, meaning men are usually the leaders. This makes it very hard for a woman to become the top leader. Women in North Korea often face many difficulties. They can experience unfair treatment. Many people who escape from North Korea are women, which shows life can be hard for them. So if a woman wants to become the main leader, she must be very strong. She needs a lot of power, experience, and real authority. Kim Yo-jong is Kim Jong-un's younger sister. She seems to have the power and experience needed. She started working quietly, helping her brother. But now she is one of the most powerful people in North Korea. Many people also fear her because she is known to be very strict. There are reports that she has ordered bad things to happen to officials if they annoyed her. She has worked in important jobs like managing propaganda. This means she knows how to control information. She has shown she is a strong person. Kim Yo-jong has a very close connection to her brother, Kim Jong-un. He trusts her ideas and advice very much, maybe more than anyone else. She has a direct line to him. This is very important because Kim Jong-un controls North Korea's nuclear weapons. Her strong influence on him makes her a very important figure for the country's future and for the world. Because of her power and strong words, many believe she could be a danger to global stability. No one knows exactly what her plans are for North Korea or how far she will go. The world watches her carefully.
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.